G'day all you mad gamers, I'm Mad Mikeey, I come from the bloody land down under, and in today's Gaming News Opinion show, which is the 8th of June 2017, gonna do a little bit of a follow-up from the previous show about backwards compatibility and why would people want to play this, because Xbox has come out and given us some numbers on their backwards compatibility. Target has leaked a bit of a pre-order thing over in the US about Assassin's Creed Origins, and rounding up today's show, the ever-beloved Dissidia arcade game from Japan is making its way onto consoles. And guys, don't forget, this isn't just gaming news, it's my opinion also. Very unscripted.
Mad Mikeey Gaming.
Mad gamers, how are we today? And as I said in the intro, we've only got about 3 items to talk about today. But guys, if you like what you watch, don't forget, give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe with your friends, let them know about Mad Mikeey Gaming, because they might like games. Now, off the bat, just following up on the little bit of opinions that I had the other day about PlayStation 4's executive, sort of asking the question, why would people want to play that, when he was talking about your older sort of PlayStation 1 and 2 games. Microsoft has actually come out today, well, it wasn't Microsoft, it's New Arc's Technia report that grabbed the stats of nearly 1 million Xbox Live subscribers, and they said that only 1.5% of these gamers have spent time playing Xbox 360 games. Now, these are just obviously averages. What they said, in our sample, Xbox Live users on Xbox One averaged about 23.9 minutes with backwards compatible games over 4.5 months. This wasn't including stats related to when Call of Duty Black Ops 2 came out, because I know that game actually broke the MPS sales top 10 when it did come out. Now, in terms of my opinion on backwards compatibility, and if you watched the other show, you'd understand how I feel about game collecting and historically and sort of all those sorts of things. But when it comes to backwards compatibility, I think that this is actually a really good thing, because basically you've moved on from your previous generation, and with PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo all sort of trying to get people onto their digital market and spend money on their stores online, if you stop playing that PlayStation 3 or that Xbox 360, all those digital games are going to be gone. Now, that's... If you don't care about those games, that is absolutely fine. I have no problem with that. But what I'm talking about there is wasted money. Now, before I started really getting into gaming collecting and sort of your physical copies and starting my gaming room, I did actually go down that route of wanting to go digital only on a lot of things. A lot of my Nintendo Wii U games are digital titles, and I do have quite a library on my Xbox 360 and on my PlayStation 3. Now, for whatever reason, whatever would happen, say I didn't have enough money to actually buy the new Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, and then I need to sell my PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. There goes all of those digital purchases. Not to say that I can't rebuy it and then just log in and then all of them are still there. But if I never went back, and if I wasn't the game collector that I am, that is a big waste of money, in my opinion. So what I'm trying to say is I think that backwards compatibility should be there, especially with the way that these new current generations have been brought out. There haven't been many games coming out when these systems are launching, and you don't really have anything, and you've still got a lot of sales of your previous generation console. So for this to be something, and I think that they should really do this moving forward, give us backwards compatibility so your audience, your early adopters, still have something to play when it comes out. But I'm going to leave it at that. I've obviously got a Friday night show where I talk about all my gaming stuff that I'm not going to play. It comes out. But I put it to you guys. I mean, are you happy wasting that money digitally on their stores? I don't think that anyone, well, some people might say yes. But again, it's just my opinion. Moving on, Target has leaked what looks to be a pre-order card that you can go out and purchase, detailing Assassin's Creed Origins, the Steelbook Gold Edition. Now, it's a reservation card. It's like a $5 gift card. We don't actually have that here in Australia, so this is obviously over in America. But the gold edition includes the game, the deluxe pack, the season pass, and a steelbook. It says reserve now for a bonus mission, the streets of the first pyramids. Okay, I kind of think it's in Egypt now, don't you? No, there's a big picture. There's a huge pyramid there. And it looks actually really good. Now, my question is, I don't know who's to really blame with this. Is it the retailers or is it actually Ubisoft? Because why would Ubisoft be sort of pushing this stuff out already to retailers? Is it free advertisement? Hell yeah, it is. I mean, but at the same time, these retailers really need to get a hold of their employees and really stop them from being able to leak out this stuff. I mean, game companies, they put all this money into their marketing and it gets ruined with little leaks like this. Like all of the stuff that's been coming out about Assassin's Creed, which it does every year. Well, not last year. But we also heard about the Ezio trilogy being leaked before it was announced. These guys put a lot of money into their marketing and they have these times when they want to do it and when they want to build the hype and everything. I'm kind of getting sick of it. All these little people trying to get their 2 minutes of fame by going out there and leaking all these pictures. I'm losing interest in it. And I know part of my show is based on the fact that I'm reporting on gaming news. I'm reporting on gaming leaks with my opinion. But these guys really need to be they need to be punished for what happens. Because I know I've spoken to people over at E3 and I'm like, oh yeah, a little bit of extra money. Would you give me the game a bit earlier? No, because then the company gets fined and then they don't get all these exclusive things that people like me want. Like your collector's edition with your statues and stuff like that. They only get a certain amount of allocation and then the allocation goes to the other market. And then everybody loses out. Now, Target, I don't know what it's like in America, but EB, JB Hi-Fi here in Australia, they have their certain collector's editions and their special ones exactly. But more to the point, I hope that this sort of like pre-order order, this pre-order order? Yes, well, this pre-order is a PlayStation 4 one. I hope that they're not going down the route again like they did with Syndicate, where if you buy it on PlayStation 4, and even it was on Black Flag, if you buy it on PlayStation, you get this exclusive for a year or whatever. I really cannot say how much I hate that enough. Now, just into the last bit of news for today, guys. Team Ninja, that actually made a arcade game. Dissidia, yes, that's right. Dissidia Final Fantasy. It's a fighting game. It's an open world brawler, which is actually on the arcades. It's been out in Japan since 2015. And also the Dissidia series, well known, obviously, being on the PlayStation Portable, PSP. It's actually getting a release out in the West on consoles, and I watched a video of it, and this game looks really cool. If you don't know about the Dissidia series, it's just a whole big mashup of all your favorite Final Fantasy characters going at it in a sort of just a different Final Fantasy type game. Now, as I said, I watched the trailer for the first time, and this looks really, really cool. It's got 22 heroes and villains from across the series history, from Warrior of Light to Ysolta from Final Fantasy 14 fame. I suppose that's that little white dude. But they did release a trailer, and it's due to come out early next year. I actually really love the Dissidia series on the PlayStation Portable. It was one of the reasons that I did buy the PSP back in the day, and I had a lot of fun with it. There was a lot of time where I was going in for surgery, and I loved playing that game and Silent Hill Origins, which I, funnily enough, have to play on the PlayStation 2. But guess what? It's not backwards compatible. But guys, that's it for today's gaming news. Don't forget, I know you've got an opinion, so don't forget to hit down below and let me know what yours are. If you disagree, if you agree, doesn't matter. We're just here to have a gentle conversation about a thing that we love called gaming. But guys, there probably won't be a show tomorrow. I'm almost thinking about sort of doing a prediction show for E3 because obviously E3 is starting this Monday here in Australia, very early in the morning at 7 o'clock. I'll be camping at that time or packing up from camping after a long weekend here in Australia. But on Tuesday, after the last conference of E3, which is going to be the Nintendo one, myself and my partner McBeasy, we're going to do our Gamer Nation podcast where we're just going to talk all things that blew us away from E3. And guys, happy gaming. I hope you have a good night with it. Bye, guys.